Well, hello, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mistermoose. And as you might can tell, we are back on our farm at Coldborough Park Farm and working on day 2 of our videos, but it's our 5th edition of this map. Only the second of the reset. As you know, yesterday we did a whole lot of harvesting, and all the fields that we own are currently harvested. We are going to work on getting these into shape and ready to plant again. And also today we're going to do a bit of bale stacking because we have a ton of bales that need to get stacked up that we hauled off with all the straw. So this is kind of what we're going to work on today, as well as a few other little nuggets to talk about. So we'll get started. One little thing I wanted to show you guys that has been a crack up for me, and it's just the icing on the cake of everything that has been happening. I came in yesterday and I put the Marshall trailer in here where it needs to be. Now watch it closely. I'm going to do a magic trick here with it. I'm going to back up to it, and I'm going to make it wiggle, make it dance, just by backing up to it. Hell yeah. Now watch what happens when I try to hook up to it. Now this is fun. Now get the kids. Ready? Alright, and ready? This is how you make a Mercedes jump. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that's the way you check the undercarriage. Yep, nothing's hung. We're good. I can't get it out of there now. The only way I'm going to be able to get that out is to reset it back there in the back. So yeah, I found that interesting and kind of humorous. So, alright, so we're going to park this guy here out of the way because we don't need him right now. And we're going to go back here into the backfield because I have a little surprise for you guys. As I said, we were going to be working on getting our field in store. I bought a couple of plows and I bought a couple of tractors to pull the plows. And the tractors I got, ta-da! It's the 1050s. They're back. And look, they're not wiggling across the ground. That's because Timber went in and took the plow script out of them. So they wouldn't do that anymore because the plow script is what's been messing it up. So we can play with the fence. And we're going to need that horsepower to plow on these hillsides, so that's the reason I went with those bigger tractors. I probably could have gotten away with the JCBs, but let's be honest, I get to play this map however I want to, and I want to play with this tractor because I love it. Now I know that offends Castaway, who is probably wondering right now, but why not use the Class Xeron, Moose? Because I love this tractor. The Xeron's cool, but I like this one better. Because I just am a Fendt person. And one of these days I'm going to go through all these other Fendt tractors that are out and see which one are hockey and which one are good. So, hockey puck. It's my just way of saying junk. So we're going to take this guy over here. We're going to start in field number 9. Which is where I started the harvest, and I'm going to see if I can get a little gang plowing done. So I want to go ahead and unfold my implement here, and I can go ahead and launch course play. We're going to select field work because that's what we're going to do, and if you guys didn't witness me doing gang plowing on North Brabant, well, you get ready to watch because this is what we're going to do. We're going to set up our working width, which is twice the width of our implement. Our implement is listed at 4.5 meters. We know that that is actually incorrect. It's actually 4.8 meter working width. Now, so that would give me a 9.6, but I'm going to dial that down just a little bit. I'm going to dial that down to 9.4 meters, and that way I will I'll be good to go right there. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Our starting corner, I'm going to start from the northeast. And I'm going to go back to the west because that's going to give me the route that I want. I could do northwest. Let's look at what the northwest going east looks like. With 2 head rows let's look at that and see how that works on the map. Ooh, that actually looks better than what I was thinking about doing. I don't like run into any hedges up here. Yeah, I think that'll be our route we do. So let's set that up. We'll do that route. So our tractor is going to be, we'll make this our, this is going to be our lead tractor. So for it, we're going to be going clockwise. So I'm going to need a left side offset. I'm going to need to flip my implement over to the other side. And I'm going to need to drive over here to the starting point, wherever that might be. And I'm watching the little dart on the screen. There it is. Alright, so we're going to be plowing clockwise. So again, we need to make sure our implement is on the left side so that we're plowing out towards the edge of the field. And I'll go ahead and just set this right here for now. This will be my inside plow, which means it's going to follow this line basically. I am going to offset it just 1 meter or 1/10 of a meter to the left. That way I can do my symmetric lane changes and they'll flip my plow and all that for me. I'm going to activate my 4-wheel drive and I'm basically ready to plow. I'm just going to go get my other Fendt, bring it over, and we'll get everything set up so that we can start them both off at the exact same time. So get this guy hooked up and we will go do some plowing. And then we will do some bale stacking. Alright, so lots to get to today in this video because there is a lot going on. And you know, one of the bummer things about recording these videos is I tend to I record the video and then you guys don't really see them for another 24 hours after I record them. So things change sometimes between the time I record the video and the time it actually gets to you guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about Auto Combine and what's going on with it. It could change in the series, the time that it takes me to record this video and post it. Some of this could change, but I will go ahead and tell you there is an update to Auto Combine, which kudos to the developer of Auto Combine for actually getting out there and trying to resolve the issue. He's actually put up an update today. Unfortunately, it didn't solve the issue. It actually caused more issues. The version of Auto Combine that I have on my game, which is the previous version, it actually ran and functioned. The only issue I had with it was it locking up if you let it go to 100%. He has since fixed it, and it put more errors into the log and it actually caused more problems. So if you downloaded version 4 and you're probably experiencing some issues with it. So if you see a version 4.01 or something like that, maybe he's upgraded it, but at the time I'm recording this, version 4 is what I got and it's not working. So but I'm excited to see the fact that he's out there working on it. That's nice, because in all honesty, the over on him fixing it was like 2 months, and for him to get out there in just a couple of days and take over and get on it is good news. Glad to see that he's taking care of that. So alright, generate course, make sure I got the right course done. Looks good. Okay, so this is going to be our outside tractor. He is going to travel offset to the line, so we are going to move him 4.8 meters off to the left so that he shifts way over here to plow. I'm going to activate that, activate our 4-wheel drive. I'm going to go ahead and activate 4-wheel drive in here as well. Even though Courseplay I wish Courseplay didn't override the differentials. I wish it would leave those locked, but hint hint, maybe they'll fix that. Alright, so this guy's ready. We're going to, again, as I've discussed before in game plowing, this guy right here who is going to plow the outside edge, in real life he would lead the way and this guy would trail. But because we're using Courseplay and things in the game aren't always realistic and don't always work out properly, this guy is going to be our lead tractor on the inside and the other guy will follow. So it's just how I got to do it. But you know, I'm unaware, and so I don't know what I'm doing, as somebody told me today. You're the unaware. We'll get into that. Trolling, trolling, trolling. Alright, so jump into this guy. Let's get him rolling. Drop the plow down. Move him to the outside. Here. Get him going. And send him on his way. And if everything is good to go, I won't have to babysit these guys. And I will say Courseplay, fieldwork wise, I haven't had any issues with. It was only with that combine mode, working on that I had the real issues, and was getting so disgusted with. And I do apologize for the video yesterday, for all of the bleeps and bleeps, and if anything slipped through, I do apologize for that. I do try to keep this stream pretty clean, and try to not get irritated and agitated, but sometimes my temper gets the best of me, and I try to clean the video up and take any kind of little expletives out. But if I missed one or two, yeah, it's one of those things. I was really getting hacked off in that video. I have since updated Courseplay. Courseplay came out with a new update yesterday, and for the developers version. Again, when I talk about Courseplay and the updates, it's the developers version of it, which you got to go at the go to Courseplay's website, and it'll say get code or whatever down in the bottom right hand corner. You actually have to download that. It's a little more complicated than just getting the mod that is on mod hosters or something like that. You're actually going to have to do a little bit of compression work. Basically what you do is you download the code off of their website, which is the developer's code, which again, I've said this before, if you don't want bugs and you don't want to have to update it every couple of days and stay on top of it, don't get the developer's edition. Get what is on mod hosters and use it, and use what most people have, because if you use the developer's edition, what they do with it could break it, and so you'll be stuck with a broken Courseplay for a day until they go back and they resolve the issue. And those guys tend to tweak Courseplay quite a bit. So if you do get the developer's edition, don't be surprised if today it works, you update it tomorrow, and tomorrow it's broken, and or something has changed in it day to day, and but those guys, they really do stay on top of it, and so that's one thing that's great about it, is you know that if something's broken in it, it's going to be fixed within a day or so. So anyways, I did get if you get the developer's edition, what you have to do is you have to download the developer's code, which comes in a compressed format, but it does not come compressed for you to put it straight into the game. It actually has subfolders and all of this in it. So what you end up having to do is you have to download the developer's edition. You have to extract all the files to your desktop, then go inside of the master file, copy the files that are in the master file, and then move those into a compressed folder labeled ZZZ underscore Courseplay, and then put that folder into your mods folder in the game. It's not that hard, but it is, you got to wrap your head around it and understand that you got to take one file, uncompress it, take the files out of the master file, make a new compressed file, and then replace the one that's in your mods folder. So if you don't know a whole lot about computers, you're not real computer savvy, and you don't understand compressed files, it's probably not something you want to deal with. Though it's not that complicated, and no, I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to do it. Just go to mod hosters and get version 4.1 or whatever that's out, and use that. Hopefully they'll update what is out there at mod hosters if there is a true issue with Courseplay, which some of you have actually commented to me that you too have had issues with Courseplay, though Landy Kid did a video just today and had absolutely no issues with it. So I don't get it, don't understand it. It is what it is. But I did update this morning, put all the new files in, and which there was only like one file that got changed. It had to do something with locking, vehicle locking. So I don't know what it was. I don't pretend to understand it. I just know that there was a new file, and hopefully if I keep upgrading, eventually it's going to work. And so that's my goal. And again, I can understand vehicles running into hedgerows, and I expect that, because it's a situation where you're going to be doing stuff like that because the game's not perfect by any sense, and you've got trees and everything right next to the field, and it just follows an algorithm that tells it to do certain things when the conditions are as such, and it doesn't take into consideration what the border around the field is or anything else like that. So it's a pretty darn good program for what it is. So I don't really, I get aggravated with it when it does stupid things like finds every tree possible, but that's just part of it, and you have to deal with it. All right, so we'll just continue to do this. I would love to sit here and do bale work in first person, but I'm terrible at distance with this thing, or depth perception. I can maneuver around even with the bales 3 high, and I can steer and I can line everything up pretty good, but I still have issues with getting my depth perception right in this, and I just end up running into too much stuff. And so you probably aren't going to see me do too much bale stacking where I'm in first person. Though I'd love to do that for you guys, but I just don't do it good. And I haven't run this Merlot too much. I do like the fact that it has the crab ability on it, so you can crab steer. I just forget that I got to hit the button every time for it. So, all right, so let's line up on this guy. So I'll try to do a little bit of first person for you guys on this, but it won't be a ton. All right, so we're gonna run out of here and get through the gate, spin her around, and we'll put this guy right here. There we go. Just give that a little love tap. Wonder how I did. I guess we'll judge in a minute. What else is going on? Okay, so forgive me and whatever. So there was a comment today on the forums, or excuse me, on my one of my videos, and it was on the John Deere sprayer. And this one rubbed me the wrong way. simply because somebody was trying to be holier than thou on it. And that kind of stuff just is stupid. I mean, this guy was just being a tool. Basically, his bit was, I'm an idiot and unaware. I don't know what I'm doing and don't know how to play the game because I'm going to use the John Deere 4730 to spray on Holzhosen. Excuse me? Really? You're going to grief me for that? What would you suggest I use? I haven't seen too many other sprayers in the game, first of all, that are any smaller than that particular tractor. It uses the exact same boom that's on the Amazon Pantera. It's the same working width as the regular in-game standard Amazon sprayer. And it's got to be done if you're using the Soul mod. So thank you, Mr. Tool, for sitting there and trying to be a troll and talk like you're the world's greatest farmer and you know everything about farming, and that those of us playing a video game and using the resources that are available to us to play the video game are some sort of idiots. We're not. And thank you very much. I've spent probably more time on a farm, well, than you did in your 5 years in kindergarten. Because I'm sure you got held back plenty of times. Because obviously you didn't listen to what I said in the video. All you wanted to do was go out there and be basically a troll and act like, oh, you're going to use that on Holzhosen? That's laughable. Yeah, I am. Because the last time I checked, I didn't see a garden hose and a sprinkler in the game anywhere. I didn't see a monitor anywhere in the game anywhere. So I think it's a little more realistic to get a sprayer that is a highboy to go in and spray the field that needs to be watered and fertilized every single day. I think it's a little more realistic to do it with that than it is to hook up the Amazon sprayer to a John Deere tractor or a Fendt or a New Holland or whatever tractor you want to put it on and just drive through the field and destroy everything in the field. Yeah, I don't think that's realistic. So if you want to debate me on realism of what proper agricultural practices are, bring it on, okay? Because my knowledge of farming is pretty darn good. I have quite a background in it. And my family has a very big background in it. Like I said, my uncle and his farm is very successful. So keep in mind that the comments you're making are about a video game that doesn't have a complete, true representation of life. And while the fields may not be to scale and the equipment might not be the best, it's what you've got to work with, and you work with what you have. And don't fault people for wanting to play the game and be entertained by the game and wanting to try to be somewhat realistic with the game when they know they can't. And if all you're going to do is troll the forums and try to be the big man, get off the internet and get a life. You can insult me, and you can sit there and try to make me look bad, but by sitting there and saying the unaware, people know what they're doing when they're playing this game. They're playing it to have fun. And by making that comment, you make that comment at more people than just me. You got a problem with me? Be a man and call me out on something. And then put your phone number up there and your real name, and we'll go at it. Don't get on at 3 o'clock in the morning under some YouTube name where no one knows who you are and go after me. It got serious, didn't it? No, I'm just kidding. It irritates me, people like that. You know? Most stuff I let slide. But that one just, you know. Oh, I know more about farming than you do. Yeah, I go out here and your idea of farming is going and picking the cat turds out of the sandbox and eating them for lunch. So, they're tasty though. Oh, I didn't just go there, did I? I have to shut up now, or I'm going to say something I really regret. It's 2 days in a row I've had to just gotten rubbed the wrong way. Well, you know, is what it is. Yeah, asked me if I was going to use the some unrealistic tractor. Anybody see me use an unrealistic tractor in any of the videos that I do? I'm one of the people who doesn't use the ridiculous 90% of the time because it is ridiculous. You don't see me using a VW bus to harvest fruit trees, which, I'll probably point out that fruit tree is, oh no, I'm not paying attention. Oh, come on now. My frame rate is just going to crap right here. I need to stop complaining and pay more attention. Oh, get such an issue now. Alright, drop that. And I'm going to have to redo that whole stack if I can't. Oh, let's see what I can do here. Come in. Pick up. Come in some more. Pull forward. Oh, come on. Save it. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if we can go up. And tilt. My frame rate is horrible underneath this little, under this little awning here with all these bales. Is this a bad idea? Let's see if I go. Oh, whoa! Yeah, I'm just making things worse. I need to stop now while I'm ahead and just lose that. Oh. Ha ha ha. Come on. Tell me I get to save this. Come on. Let's see. I need to turn up like that a little bit. And, oh. Yeah, come on. Oh, come on down. Come in. Lock that. Back out. Give it a little twist. Push it back in. Safe! I don't know how I did that, but I thought I was going to lose all of it. Anyways. Don't even remember what I was talking about now because, yeah. Which is good. Oh, I do remember. not worth considering on. But yeah, I mean, I don't use the absurd to play this game. I pretty much try to use realistic mods, and I try to play with somewhat realistic practices in the game, and I don't play stupid. So to call me out like that and just say that, basically to think I'm doing something dumb because I decided to use a mod that, and I straight up was being honest with everybody in the beginning and saying it's a mod I would normally use, but I only wanted to use it because it was a high boy and wouldn't crush the crop. Yeah. Speaking of crushing crops, the new version of Drive Control, as I mentioned yesterday, it does have a feature that will damage crops if you drive through the field. And I did got a little more information on that particular mod. Now, the one thing I had worried about was how that was going to happen with Courseplay, because Courseplay would drive all over the field and destroy half of your harvest before you even had a chance to get it to the combine. It has been pointed out to me by folks who have already downloaded it and have messed with it a little bit, that Courseplay will not damage the crop. That it doesn't count if you're using Courseplay. It only counts if you are the person driving the vehicle. So if you're in the if you're not in the tractor and Courseplay is the driver, it is not going to harm the field. However, and this is something you need to consider, is if Courseplay runs into the hedgerow and you've got to jump in it and stop Courseplay, back it off, point it in the right direction, and then let it start. Whenever you're in control of the vehicle, it is going to damage the crop. So just keep that in mind. The trailer doesn't do any damage to the field either. It's just the tractor, and only the tractor when you're in control of it. So I do like that a little bit more, and now it's I'm not as leery of actually going and downloading that. So probably will upgrade here in the next day and get the new Drive Control and put that in. See, my frame rate's dragging down right here when I get in here to put these bales in there, and it just may be the fact that there's so many bales right here in one spot. So my game plan is to stack everything here. Maybe put a few bales down at the dairy farm, but for the most part is to keep everything here. I mean, that's seriously, my frame rate drops bad there. I mean, that was like a slideshow right there. But again, my game plan is to keep everything here, and do most of my work as far as silage work here, or as far as making my TMR up here, and then I can truck everything down to the dairy farm. So my question though for you guys is, what do you want to see me do here? Do you want to see me use the mix station from Maru to make my TMR, so we could just plop it down somewhere up here out of the way, or would you prefer that I do the old feeding technologies from in-game and use those to make my TMR with, and we can just do that and drive it to the dairy farm. So just curious as to what y'all's opinion is, what y'all want to see. I don't know if you like the mix station, if you guys prefer the mix station over the feeding technologies, or if you actually like to use the feeding technologies. I can go either way. I use the feeding technologies on most of my early maps, and then really I've only used it up the Maru on Nord Brabant. The rest of the time I've used feeding technology. So let me know what you guys think on that, and I will go from there. Man, that frame loss right there, that's irritating. It didn't seem like it did that when we first started out, so it's got to be because all those bales are in there. Not bad, not bad. Still not bad. Still not bad. Still not bad. Bad. Real bad. Anorexic. Bad. I mean, that's like not anorexic, but yeah. It's like it's having a seizure. I can't handle the bales. And then you're back to good. Alright, so working on getting the bales up here. You know, I'm a little worried because I hadn't seen anything about my Fendt tractors. One of them's at 6 miles an hour. The other one is at 10. One of them says it's plowing. The other one says it's not. So let's just take a look at what they're doing here and make sure they are good to go. And they are doing a good job. Look at how good that field looks. I love me some gang plowing. Real life gang plowing is fun, especially when you got like 3 or 4 tractors in a row doing it. I mean, if you got a really nice big field and you've got 3 or 4 tractors in a row doing it, and it's just a ballet, man. It is awesome to watch it in action and actually do it. I don't mind plowing. It's one of those, you know, monotonous little tasks that you have to do. But you crank the radio up, have you a cold drink, and just get at it. And it's not a bad thing to do. It's a good, 6-8 hours of work, and yeah, you're done. So I got a little bit of cleanup work I'm gonna have to do here in the field. But yeah, a little video on this. So you guys who haven't seen it in action, what it's doing. One guy's taking one line, one guy's taking the other. In real life, if I was doing this, like I said, with another tractor, this guy would be plowing the field here and turning, because you always want to turn into the field. He would be turning into the field, and then he would be creating a clean line behind him, one lane over, that the other tractor would be plowing. And then so his perspective would look just like this, but there would be a tractor in front of him cutting an inside line. So it's just reversed, but it looks good any way you go about it. And again, it's more realistic than putting one tractor on one side of the field and hitting the AI, and putting the other tractor on the other side of the field and hitting the AI. There I go, thinking I'm doing realism. What am I talking about? I'm unaware. I don't know the first thing about farming, so I couldn't possibly know anything about how to plow a field. God, I'm sorry. I thought you went out there with a spoon and you dug up little holes and you put the seed in with a spoon. You don't plow the whole thing. No. You get those little shoes at the department store that have the spikes on it, and then you just step in the ground and then you just pour seeds and let them go in the holes. That's the way you seed a field. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm unaware. I don't know how to use this stuff. I apologize, people. I don't even know why y'all watch me. Why do you even watch this video? I don't know a thing about agriculture. I absolutely have no clue. So why you're watching this, it's the blind leading the blind, apparently. So maybe one day that guy will start a YouTube channel and teach us how to farm, actually. That would be great. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be great? That's what I should have asked him. I should have said, by the way, what's the URL to your farming channel so I can see how to really farm? I really want to say a word, and I'm not going to say it, but yeah. Anyways, y'all get the point. I think my response to it was good enough. I just basically said, thanks for your information. Your insight is so helpful and lets us know how how to use and implement. I'm glad you actually told us that, how a tool is actually used to troll. So, hope y'all get what I actually meant by that. So, alright, well, these guys are doing their things. How long have they been running? Almost 0.5 hours. I forgot to note what time it was in the video, so I don't even know how long this video is. So we'll let these guys finish this field, which usually takes 30-45 minutes, and as soon as they get finished up, we'll wrap up this video. I'll finish up all that bale stacking, and we will move on. We'll continue to do these guys. I got to do a little grass mowing. I'm still got to get grass mowed, and I got to do a little silage work to get some silage ready to go. So that's where I'm at as far as getting the animals up. But do leave me your comments. Let me know what you guys want to do as far as feeding technologies. We got a little bit of time before I actually start setting us up. I'll probably do one more video on Coldborough, and then we'll jump back over to Brabant. And I want to put some more fruit trees in over there and finish up seeding. I've got like 8 fields seeded now from when we last left off. I got all the wheat and the canola fields in. At this point, it's just going in now and putting in some corn fields, so we'll be able to make some more chaff. But so that's kind of where we're at in the process over there. Yeah, I need to get back to hosing as well, but I'm just not feeling it now that I realize I'm unaware and don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I've been demoralized by the whole fact that I just have no clue what I'm doing. Oh, how did I ever get this far in life? I just don't know. I don't know how all those acres of cucumbers and squash and pole beans ever got planted this year. Just, God, I don't know how I did it. Oh, somebody please hold my hand. Show me the right way. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and my little bit of sarcasm here and my rant on morons. And if you don't want me to rant on you, don't make stupid comments. Alright? If you think you know everything and, well, yeah, just keep it to yourself. We really don't care what you think. Yeah. So, these guys are done, and I will pack this plow up. And I need to get into that other one before he stops so I can pack him up. Oh. There. And again, with all of this, I will say, I don't really care that these guys miss some spots here and there in the field. I do know that that's going to happen when you use AI. If we were plowing this field ourselves, we wouldn't miss all this trash. We will be coming back and cultivating this with a disc, and yeah. So my game plan will be to run through this with a disc now and knock all the clods down, and then we'll seed. Of course, somebody might point out to me that there's a cultivator on the front of that seeder, you moron. You really don't know anything. I'm gonna do it how I do it. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It does help me grow the channel. We're getting ever so closely to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Wow, it's awesome how close we are to hitting 900, and that just means we're like a week away from making 1,000, and I can't even believe. I love how much sway there is in that hitch. He's done such a good job with it, man. Just such a good job. Kudos to him, to Mr. Timber. He's done a really good job with this mod. While he didn't design everything, he sure did a great job tweaking it. Alright, grab this guy, drive him on up as well. And again, if you're new to watching this channel, I do a new video every single day. So if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, there'll be a new farm sim content every day. And then some other stuff as well along the way. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.